Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela. I'm so glad you could join me. Today's video is a declutter. I'm decluttering some of my candles, specifically just the candles. I do have someone I'm going to be giving them to. Andrew works for a school. He doesn't work. He runs the maintenance portion of the bus garage. So he works for a school technically, but he has a bunch of ladies that like Bath and Body Works that obviously drive buses and stuff like that. So I have already, honestly, I went through my collection once before and I didn't record any of it. I perhaps should have, however, I did not. So we're just going to go from here. Honestly, I'm just doing this because, as we can see behind me, I have plenty of candles right now. I've been collecting things from Bath and Body Works since 2019, like consistently. I have been shopping there since 2015, really regularly at least, so it's been an adventure, but through that I have accumulated a lot of stuff. I do my best to declutter my body care because that goes bad faster. However, candles do lose their quality over time. I'm not gonna say they go bad, but they just their quality is reduced. And I have a lot of candles. I have them all separated by season. I have my burnt candles down under here. Candle holders, obviously I just have so many, and realistically I can only get through so many candles in a portion of time. And Greg from All About Candles, he was the one who kind of suggested that I declutter some of my candles, make some space. Things that don't bring me joy anymore, kind of pass them on. And you know what? I actually think I've seen a couple people doing this recently. And that's okay. I feel like that's wonderful, especially with all the sales that Bath & Body Works specifically comes out with. And honestly, I've been getting into Cringle candle and they run sales too. Oh, I'm about to miss the drop. We might have to hold please on this one. So I forgot about that. Okay, I'm going to order some Cringle candles and I'll be right back to film this.
A few moments later.
So I completed my order. I would have been really annoyed had I gotten down here and started doing this and then I messed up and forgot about that Cringle candle drop. So they just dropped their limited edition summer, the Bomb Pop and the Cherry Pie. I also had a coupon that I had been accidentally sitting on and holding. That was a 15 off of 45 purchase. So it just lined up that I picked up those two candles. So it was just meant to be. It's just meant to be. That being said, I don't foresee myself purchasing any more candles, whether it's from Bath & Body Works or Cringle, for the next little while. Doesn't seem like it, doesn't look like it, but I am making plans in my head and doing things, and we're just doing things, okay? And I have plans for my collection and what I have for my collection and what I do with my collection. So all of that being rambled on for a while to say, I am decluttering some candles right now. I also am very glad that I didn't forget about the Cringle candle drop. In any case, let's just get onto this. I have one candle that I had set aside that I'm going to give as a Christmas gift, probably. It's the number 33 candle from Bath & Body Works. It's the Lemon Espresso Twist. Espresso beans, warm vanilla, and lemon peel are the notes. I haven't burned any of these candles. None of them have been warmed or burned. I'm just passing them on. Like I said, that one I'm going to hold on to. I'm going to give it to family members for Christmas time because that's something that they would prefer. The rest of these candles are a little bit sweeter, and I don't have family members that like that, or could even tolerate that. So, in any case, a lot of these candles are multiples, aside from that number 33, but clearly they came out with it again, and I wasn't attached to it anyways, as it was but most of these are multiples that I'm getting rid of. I have one single wick that I'm getting rid of. It's actually the only Christmas candle, specific Christmas candle I'm getting rid of. It's Merry Cookie. It's not my favorite. The notes are not on the bottom. Okay, well, I'll put them on the screen here. It's very cloying to me. It smells, you know, like a cookie, but it's very cloying. I'm not into it. I'm decluttering it. So that one's getting passed on. Like I said, I have, other than that first number 33, all of these other ones are going specifically to somebody. So, yeah. Moving forward, I have a blend candle I'm getting rid of. One of the Marshmallow Fireside and Black Cherry Merlots. Says notes of toasted marshmallow, crystallized amber, wild black cherries, velvety red wine. It's from 2023. I have 2 more still in my collection. It's not bad. It smells like both of those things. But I don't need so many. I just don't need so many. It's the moral of my story right now. Same for this one. This is a fancy lid candle. It's the Feel Loved Champagne Cupcake. It's got the fancy, fancy, fancy lid. Like I said, none of these are burned. It's from 2020, well, 2023 technically, springtime. The notes are fluffy cake, whipped vanilla frosting, and pink sprinkles. $32.95 is what this bad boy ran for. This kind of reminds me of, like, not a Christmassy Merry Cookie. It's that same cloying, cakey, cookie note, and I have another one. I don't necessarily like the scent. I like the jar. So I compromised with myself and said that I was going to keep one, pass one on. So that's the story on the champagne cupcake with the fancy jar. I also have, sprinkled birthday cake, which is incredibly similar. I think it might even be the same. In any case. Okay, so I have 2 of these that I'm getting rid of. They're the hot Pink Cocos. This has notes of sweet ruby chocolate, whipped vanilla cream, and raspberry sprinkles. There's such juiciness on the bottom of this. I think they're all like that. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I have 2 of them I'm going to get rid of because I have so many. I had like 6 still in my collection on top of the fact that I've burnt 4 in the past couple of years. It's not that it's a bad candle. I enjoy it. The story behind why I had so many is because I don't even remember specifically. I know I was just freshly postpartum from having a baby, and I didn't know if I was going to get into store, and I placed a big order online because they didn't have the candles that I wanted online available yet, and I figured I would just return them in store. Well, when I went, it was a whole thing. And I ended up not returning the gigantic surplus of the hot Pink Cocos that I ended up with. So, after burning so many, I'm just kind of done with it. So, yeah. Not in the way that I don't like it. In the way that I still have 3 in my collection on top of getting rid of these 2. So, okay. This Yuzu and white pineapple. This one's from, again, springtime 2023. Notes are yuzu citrus, tropical pineapple, and fresh starfruit. I have one of these that I've burnt upstairs that I'm actually attempting to try and burn and get through. Now, this one's unburned, but it's not a bad scent. I like pineapple. I don't really know what yuzu is. I guess it's like a citrus, but I really have been struggling through the one that I have burnt, so I don't need to have a backup of it if I'm struggling through the one that I'm already trying to burn. So that one's moving on. Next one is caramel cream soda. This one was summer of 2022. Caramel syrup, bubbly cream soda, and rich vanilla are the notes. When we moved here to this house that I'm filming in right now, it's relatively close. It's like 40 minutes technically from Bath and Body Works outlet. My first trip in there, they had a whole giant stack of the caramel cream sodas for $8. And I lost all self-control completely, and I bought so many. And then the next time I went, they still had some, and I picked up another one just because I literally just couldn't control myself, and I was so excited about seeing cheap candles from the outlet. I'm over that now. I have been going to the outlet enough that I don't just do that. I'm more picky about what I'm buying and not just buying to buy. However, that being said, I still have, where is it at? Right there? I know you probably can't see that all the way up there. I have another one of these still. I haven't burned one in a couple years. As I said, it was from summer of 2022. I haven't burned one in about a year. So I'm just passing it on. It smells like caramel cream soda. It smells like what it's supposed to. Okay, this roasted sesame. This was from the, which one was it? I don't know. One of the collab, whatever they did last year, 2024. It was from one of those. The notes are roasted sesame, toasted hazelnut, and sweet maple. Again, not a bad candle. Where is my other one? Oh, it's way up there. You're not going to be able to see it. Still have one in my collection. I burned one. I think I even burned two last year. I loved this roasted sesame. It's a really good candle. It reminds me of the pumpkin peanut brittle, but like a summer version, like a late summer version. In any case, I have another one of the roasted sesames. And don't tell anybody, but I have like a whole crate worth of pumpkin peanut brittles that I did not get rid of. I love that scent. I'm just not getting rid of it. Yeah, so these next two I'm getting rid of are from the same collection. This first one is Spiced Blackberry Cider. I went through one of these last year fully. It's from 2023, like late summer, early fall 2023. Mulled blackberries, simmered cider, and cinnamon stick garnish. I impulse bought two of these because I was like, oh, I'm going to love it. I have to. It's not a bad scent. There's like nothing wrong with it at all. It just doesn't call to me. It's more perfumey than it is any of the scent notes. And I struggled my way through the other one that I had been burning. I'm not going to do it again. I'm just not going to. So that one's finding a new home. Okay, in that same collection, like I said, is the smoked caramel Mezcow. I had initially bought all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I had all of them. I have those two right there that are burnt that I'm also struggling to get through. This collection wasn't my favorite. I wanted to love it. I wanted to love it. Did I say what the notes are? Generous pour of smoky mezcal, caramel drizzle, and cinnamon sugar rim. Again, it's not terrible. It's heavy though. It smells like a smoked something. It's just heavy and it isn't for me. So we're breaking the collection and I'm just passing those on. Okay, this next one. Cuddle Weather. In this specific packaging. It's from 2022 fall. The notes are warm gingerbread tea, cinnamon shortbread, and a cozy blanket. This came out and it like took me by storm. I loved it. I burnt two in the season that it came out. I still love it. Honestly, it's a really good candle. It's very cinnamony and gingerbready, but like fall. And that's what I like. So like I'm down for that for fall. However, I purchased so many of these in the moment. Smells so good. But like I said, I have so many specifically of Cuddle Weather in this purple packaging. It's not really my favorite. It's nothing really fancy at all. I mean, so I'm passing it on, especially given the fact that they keep coming out with it. So, yeah. Okay. This pumpkin nut butter. limited edition drop from last fall in 2024. The notes are pumpkin spice, creamy nut butter, and sprinkle of cinnamon. I know, I can't believe I'm getting rid of a limited edition one, but I have one that I'm burning currently. Well, like on my burnt shelf. I also have a couple of them still on top of this. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, but they also have the pumpkin carving, and they're really similar. They're similar, and yes, it's cool that it's a limited edition or whatever. Like I said, though, I do still have an unburnt one, so this is moving on. Okay, the last candle I have is also a Halloween candle. I just spoke of it. It's pumpkin carving. This one specifically is from fall of 2023. The notes are freshly carved pumpkin, spiced pumpkin seeds, and smooth brown sugar. Nothing wrong with this candle whatsoever. I like it. It smells similar to pumpkin nut butter, although this smells more like fresh pumpkin-y. Like if you just cut a pumpkin to carve, you smell it. That's what this smells like. This smells like cooked pumpkin seeds, but nobody asked that. Anyways, pumpkin carving. So I have a burnt one from a previous year that I'm still working through. It's an intense candle. I'm not quite that intense of a person when it comes to my candles and like my seasonal stuff. I kind of don't go as intense on certain things in certain seasons. Probably doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense to me. Okay, so pumpkin carving, this one's just a move on. They come out with it all the time, so we're just passing it on. But that wraps up all the candles that I'm going to be passing on to someone. I feel better knowing that my collection's a little bit lighter. It's just, it's going to be good. I think she said she was going to give me a little bit of money for it. I didn't ask for it. I just told her I had some candles. She's like, I'll give you some money for it. I was like, okay, perfect. Great. It's going to be a wonderful collaboration here. So I'm going to wrap this up and get out of here. I'm still excited that I remembered those Cringle candles because I would have been so bummed if they sold out while I was doing this. I don't know if that's going to happen, but man, I would have been not happy, but I don't think I'm going to be doing a haul of those because as I showed you, I only purchased the cherry pie and the bomb pop one. So I'm not going to haul that in a video. However, I am going to burn them. So, okay. In any case, this is my Bath & Body Works candle declutter video for spring 2025. I'll blame it on having a baby and just getting a bug up my butt and just kind of wanting to move things out of my collection, work through things, lighten my little load here, open it up so that I can buy new things when they come out if I want to, and not feel bad about it because I'm already smothered by so much. All right, I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching my little declutter here. I hope everybody has a great day. Until next time.